सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। Together we will chant chapter 16, Bhagavad Gita, verses 11 to 20.
चिन्तामपरिमेयां च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमाः एतावदिति निश्चिताः आशापाशशतैर्बद्धाः कामक्रोधपरायणाः ईहन्ते कामभोगार्थम् अन्यानेनार्थसञ्चयान् इदमद्य मया लब्धम् इमं प्राप्स्ये मनोरथम् इदमस्तीदमपि मे भविष्यति पुनर्धनम् असौ मया हतः शत्रुः हनिष्ये चापरानपि ईश्वरोऽहमहं भोगी सिद्धोऽहं बलवान् सुखी आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः अनेकचित्तविभ्रान्ताः मोहजालसमावृताः प्रसक्ताः कामभोगेषु पतन्ति नरकेषु च आत्मसम्भावितास्तब्धाः धनमानमदान्विताः यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते दम्भेनाविधिपूर्वकम् अहङ्कारम् बलम् दर्पम् कामम् क्रोधम् च संश्रिताः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः तानहं द्विषतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमान् क्षिपाम्यजस्रमशुभान् आसुरीष्वेव योनिषु आसुरीं योनिमापन्नाः मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्त्यधमां गतिम्.
Yes, Deepranj?
Janti, I had trouble understanding verse 16 that there were three things and which led to hell. But I couldn't understand whether the three things were different, whether it's one cause and effect. Could you please explain it briefly?
Anekachitta vibhrantaha, bewildered by many a fancy. So your intellect is not functioning. Your mind is just attracted or not attracted to something. You're going towards something. You're going away from something. Now, when you are talking about these attractions, they're not merely attractions. They're also your conditioning. Whatever you're conditioned to think. Okay, you're conditioned to think, I need a government job. Let us say, imagine a person is conditioned to think, I need a government job. So all around him, people have been taking government jobs. They've been thinking that we should have a secure income. We have to, whatever. We'll get PF, and we will get, I don't know, holidays or jada kaam bhi nahi hota. They think in that way. A person who thinks in that manner, can he ever become a Bill Gates? So, moha jala samavrata. So, you're bewildered by a fancy, means a fanciful notion, some conditioning, some attraction, some previous way of doing something. Okay, so your intellect is vibhranta. It is vibhranta, it is bewildered. It doesn't understand the real thing. So what will be the consequence of that? Moha jala samavrata. You will be in a web of delusion. Because of the non-application of the intellect, there is delusion. Now, in that delusion, what will you do? You're attached to some kama bhoga. So this combination will lead to a horrible life. Patanti narake ashucha. You will fall into a horrible hell. Now, what is this horrible hell? It doesn't necessarily refer to, some, I don't know, some horrible, you're being burnt by devils or something. Means your entire potential, your entire ability, is not tapped into at all. The whole thing has been wiped out. For what reason? Just some silly notion you have. Like some people have, like some women think, something, women should not work outside the house. I'm not suggesting they should. I'm saying it's caught up in that idea, cannot, or men think women should not work outside. And then all the potential, all the, everything. And then you live in that structure, and in that structure you find some joys. Whatever that It's like, like this government guy got a promotion or he got a, what is it called when you get some increase in salary? Yeah, there's some little. That's what he's talking about. Okay.
Thank you, Janki.
Sao Menon?
Yes, Janki ji, last week I wanted to ask this question, but what is the difference between right action and action that ought to be done?
Same thing.
Same thing.
The word kartavya in Sanskrit, your duty, is yogya. It is yogya to be done. It is right to be done. That becomes your kartavya. Now, in English also, very interestingly, the word duty comes from the word due. Excuse me. Etymologically. That means, what do you owe? What is your dues over here? You have to give those. As a parent, you have a certain due. As an employee, you have a certain due. As an employer, you have a certain due. That becomes your duty.
Yeah, but they say that you need to perform your action in your swadharma. At the same time, they say you need to do your obligatory duties. So sometimes they are conflicting,
That is a real life problem, but yes, correct, Shilpa. Kartum yogya is your kartavya. What is it? So, the way you find your duty is first by establishing your swadharma. In that swadharma, you find your goal. All actions that take you to that goal become your duty. Now, most people do not go through this proper process. So they randomly pick up duties, right? Here, there, and everywhere. Then they say, oh, this is clashing with my swadharma. But why didn't you go about it in the methodical manner? First determine swadharma, then determine goal, and then determine what takes you to that goal. But now you're already married. Now you already have children. Okay, so now if you say it's not my swadharma, it'll be a little late in the day, right? You have, if you have children, you have grandchildren, now you say, oh, this is not my swadharma. So you have to know this when you are young and, when you're about to get sick. So you have, now that the situation is such, your duty will have to be modified. I mean, that's where this clash between swadharma and duty comes. Because we take actions and then we start thinking. So the proper way is first establish swadharma. Do not take an action until you have done this. Establish swadharma. Then establish the goal. And then you now say, okay, I didn't do all that. I just got married, or I just took up a business, or I took up a job, or whatever I did. So what is the advice under those conditions is start taking interest in your swadharma. Start doing your swadharma. Slowly, the swadharma will replace the paradharmic activity. But
Thank you.
in truth, it is the same thing. It's supposed to be the same thing.
Okay.
Yes, Mahesh?
So is every action, every right action, are they synonyms? I mean, every right action is a duty and every duty is a right action, or is there a...
Yes. In a theoretical world, yes.
And in a practical world?
People create so much confusion out of their lives that now to retrieve that situation when you take right action, I mean, it will always be right action is your duty. You can't do anything else. But now, now let's say I'm in a paradharmic activity. I happen to have 4 children. Okay, I don't want marriage and I don't want children, but I have 4 children. Now I will have to do something for them. No? So it will become right action. It gets complex because human beings can't do anything simply. Like a normal human being, if his intellect works, or just he's not caught up with anything, just lives his normal life, will take his swadharma and take a goal, obviously. But do humans function in some kind of, just normal, natural way? But as far as we are concerned, in Vedanta, every right action is your duty, every duty is your right action. No difference. But why I'm saying theoretical is because now when you start applying it, I mean, the theory still holds, but it'll become complex in application.
Okay, thank you.
The whole concept of karma is a wonderful thing because in the word karma itself, all this is included. In the Ishavasya Upanishad, it says if you cannot meditate, do karma. Do karma means what? Tell us more and more. Do karma means right action, unselfish action, duty action. The word karma itself includes all of it. And they're all really all coming to the same thing. So in India, these words were not words. They were what every single child grew up with. Those who went to the Gurukuls, of course, and those who didn't go to the Gurukuls as well, because there were two distinct methods of education. One was the formalized one, which was meant for people who are capable of formal education. And one was the informal one, for those not capable of it. So you have the Shruti and you have the Smriti. But in both cases, they're telling us the same thing. You have all the stories will tell you how people did their duties, how they did the right action. Either you learn through story or you learn through logic. And Vedanta, we learn it through logic, through reason. That's how we learn it. And we tell a few stories from that because they're so beautiful. And in that method of teaching, they tell their stories most of the time. And they pull some things from Vedanta and they tell it there. Because, the stories have to be given a framework. So you'll find many books have got the story with the philosophy. Like let's say, Mahabharata, for instance. Such a long story. But it's got the philosophy embedded in it. So some people will read the Gita, some people read the rest of the Mahabharata. Gita, too much headache. Mahabharata is more fun. Or even in Ramayana, you'll have this thing. There's Ram Gita and all that. Prakash, Dutta, Balapur. Whether it is true that you go to hell when you do wrong deeds and Swarga when you do good deeds. Yes, it is true that when you do good deeds, you go to heaven, and when you do bad deeds, you go to hell. It's true. Only thing we need to know is what are the definitions of all these terms. Swarga means is not a geographical location, but a state of mind. So when you do a good deed, you will feel very happy. And Naraka or hell is not a geographical location, but a mental state. So you do negative action, it will come back and hit you as agitation. So when you do good, you go to Swarga, yes, and when you do bad, you'll go to Naraka, you'll get agitated. So when you do selfish activity, you'll be an agitated person. When you do unselfish, noble activity, you'll be a happy, blissful person. That's what it's saying. Lipika, are you new to class?
Yes, please. Yes, ma'am. I am. Today is my first day today. I'll just say namaste to you. Namaskar. I had a word with Bharat, and it was nice of him to share the Zoom link today.
Oh, nice.
Thank you so much.
Where are you from? Where are you?
I am in Gurgaon. I have connected from Gurgaon today. Happy to have met you on this platform.
Welcome to the class.
Thank you.
We are currently doing chapter 16.
Right.
The chapter that doesn't even require explanation. I don't know why we do it. It's so simple that, I remember when Swamiji did it with us, he didn't even bother explaining. He went through every verse like, "Ab isme kya explain karna hai?" So, okay, so if you have any questions, Lipika, please feel free to ask.
I will certainly. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, verse 16 starts what is the consequence? We behave in a foolish manner, okay, and we have all these weird notions. The problem with human beings is the weird notions in our head. And all these weird notions are the ones that are keeping us back. If you can get rid of all the nonsense in the head, you'll go zooming ahead. If you remember in COVID, many people had many problems and different types of problems. Somebody had a financial problem, somebody had a relationship problem, somebody had a loneliness problem. Different people have different things, health problems. Now, if you think about it, not that we are saying anything about the people, but please think about it rationally. When the time of trouble comes, it is always the weakest link that will give away first. So if you already had a relationship that wasn't working well, in COVID, it will become a complete mess. If you are already not doing things properly in terms of your wealth, in terms of your finances, COVID will create absolute chaos. So if from the beginning you have kept everything properly, you don't have comorbidities, you get along with your family, you have a family, you do all that, whatever you're doing, then COVID comes and COVID goes, it's not a big deal. If you feel that, oh my God, everything was okay, but I hated it, I can't stay at home, then that is your weak link. Whatever you found difficult in COVID is an indication of what the weak link was. The moment you are able to figure that much out, you're on top of the world, isn't it? That means now whatever happens, the world will not impact you. If you have to stay at home, you will stay at home very happily. If you have to go out, you'll go out very happily. If you have to be with people, you'll be with people very happily. And if you have to be alone, you'll be alone happily. You're able to handle it all. When you're not able to handle something, you have fallen into a
Foul hell.
Hell.
very good. Now, why have you fallen into that foul hell? Because you had some ridiculous notion to begin with. If you didn't have that ridiculous notion, the world cannot affect you. It's a given. So, bewildered by many a fancy. Now imagine if you had many a fancy, many foolish notions in your head, entangled in the web of delusion. So many wrong notions, completely entangled. And in that web, you are busy, oh, I like this, I don't like this. Can you believe it? It's like, the lamb, they're taken to the slaughterhouse, all of them. And as they are going going a little out of the way to have one extra flower or something they do. They don't seem to get it. What you are entangled in, you're finding something joyous. Oh, I saw one extra reel. What extra reel? Your life is going down the drain. So in that entanglement of some joy and sorrow, in that particular What do we say? Let us see what he says. Verse
Janki ji, all of us went through hell without house help during COVID.
Very
That
good.
is,
Another good example.
yes.
We went through hell because there was no house help.
Yes.
Get rid of your help now. No, I mean, poor things, don't make them lose a job, but start doing more work at home yourself. So everything, wherever I felt pain, I have to step back and see what happened here. Another good example. We went through hell because there was no house help. Really? Then we have to learn to do our work ourselves. You know what they used to say at that time? उतना ही बड़ा घर लो जो खुद साफ करने की औकात हो. You can't clean it yourself, don't buy it.
Correct. Correct, ma'am.
So this is a good example because shows us where all we are slipping up. So does that mean we shouldn't have house help? No, please have all the house help in the world. Have the house help, have the, what is that thing called?
Roomba.
Roomba. Have the Roomba. Thank you, Mahesh. Have the house help, have the Roomba, have whatever on earth you want. Now they will probably create more robots to clean our houses. Have them all. But never in such a way that should it not be working, you have had a heart failure. Why should you have a heart failure because that stupid Roomba isn't working? Just get down and clean it yourself. So if you had taken care of your health, different from doing your exercises. Some people are doing their exercises, to sort of be the strongest man or the prettiest woman or something like that. They're not taking care of their health. In fact, sometimes they're damaging their health. But if you had taken care of your health, then you should be able to do normal activities that a human is expected to do. Walk and go to your destination, clean your house, wash your bartan. You'll be able to do all that. So wherever is the missing link, please locate it and sort it out so that there is no potential of health. If there is no potential of health, you won't have health. Remove the potential of health. That's what's the important part. All right, verse 17. आत्मसम्भाविता स्तब्धाः धनमानमदान्विताः यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते दम्भेन विधिपूर्वकम् आत्मसम्भाविता स्तब्धाः धनमानमदान्विताः यजन्ते नाम यज्ञैस्ते दम्भेन विधिपूर्वकम्. Another very simple verse. Atma Sambhav. These people have a great belief in their own everything. I am the most sensible, I am the most rich, I am the most beautiful, I am the most, I don't know. They have a great belief in their own greatness, let us say. This is a very negative thing. Not because, oh, they're so bad, they think like that about themselves. Most of us are like, most of us believe we are very good at something. And this belief in our goodness is simply not validated by any fact. We think so. And we say so. We talk like, our like typical thing. Take it from me, people say. Or trust me. It's a very, very common way of talking. Usually by people who have little brains. Take it from me. I am telling you. Leave it to me. Atma Sambhavita. Translated as conceited. conceit. You have a very, very high opinion of yourself without having it based in any fact. So if you notice this verse, the previous verse was just in worldly matters, you're caught up in nonsense. In spiritual matters also, we are caught up in nonsense. Oh, I have been to Tirupati Balaji. I have been to Vaishno Devi. What are you saying? So what if you've been there? Did you go there and do something great, or you just created more pollution there and returned? I've been here, I've been there. Krishna is spying on you. Yes. So that self-conceit, that belief, I did it, it was so great. So what? Stubborn. Stubborn means I will not move from there. Overpowered by the pride and arrogance of wealth. This usually happens when you have a lot of money. But equally, poor people may also have it. So what do these people do who think they are so great? They perform sacrifices in name. Yajante. Yajante means to worship, to do the yajnas. Nama yajnehi. In naam, in name only. Dambhena. Dambhena means out of ostentation. कि हम लोग इतना बड़ा यज्ञ करेंगे और ये होगा वो होगा. We want to show off our greatness, like, you know, the political parties, they win and they take out a massive rally, or even when people die, sometimes the family sets a massive procession and all. They may hire people. So yajante nama yajnati. They worship only in name. It is actually, what is that song they have in the Hindi movies, one of them? Deva o Deva, Ganapati Deva, tumse badkar kaun. और तुम्हारे भक्त जनों में हमसे बढ़कर कौन. ये भी एक अजीब ही कसम का बोस्टफुल नेचर है. हमसे बढ़कर कौन? Are you joking? Have you heard of the bhakti of Hanuman? हमसे बढ़कर कौन bhakti? So you see the dambha that comes out. Oh, you know, I've been attending Vedanta classes for 10 years. Dambha comes out. I do my bhajans every day. Dambha, it comes out.
जनकी अंदर कुछ गया नहीं, वो अलग बात है.
Yes. So everything, it's coming out as ostentation. It's not coming out as purification of the personality. So when we don't do our spiritual life correctly, then it's like, okay, come to me, I will teach you. The assumption being, I know more than you. You know, it comes out not as purity of heart, but as, look how great I am. So self-conceited, stubborn, overpowered by the pride and arrogance of wealth. So basically our spiritual life is only to glorify ourselves. Sometimes to show I'm better than you. I'm so great. I have completely removed my ego. What do you think of that? So you see, bewildered by many a fancy, we lose the plot very easily. Self-conceited, stubborn, overpowered by the pride and arrogance of wealth, they perform sacrifices in name out of ostentation. Okay? And then he says the most important one, avidhi purvakam. Now, doing a yagna, you cannot do it avidhi purna. Avidhi. Avidhi means not according to the vidhi. Okay. So he's doing a yagna not according to the vidhi. What is that even supposed to mean? The yagna is according to the vidhi. Your Panditji will make you do the yagna according to the vidhi. It is we who are not according to vidhi. Because the purpose of the yajna is always self-purification, but we are doing it for self-glorification. So, avidhi purvakam, contrary to ordinance, contrary to what the purpose of it was, contrary to what was meant. Why are we given all the spiritual paths? Why are we told to do karma? Why are we told to do bhakti? Why are we told to do jnana? For self-purification, there is no other reason. And what is so great about self-purification is that your own personality, your own potential will become available to you. Who are we fooling by putting on all this nonsense? If by doing all this, people could become great, could achieve something, could get the respect of their fellow people, then the whole world is doing this. Let us at least understand that this is not the way. The more you try and show people how great you are, the less they will think you are great. You buy a Mercedes on EMI so that people will say how great you are. You know what people will say? My Mercedes is better than your Mercedes. And then you feel terrible. See, all of us think having a Merc is a big thing. I mean, all of us who don't have one, we think that having a Merc is a very big thing. But those who have a Merc, you should hear how they speak. So I know this gentleman, he had a Merc. So somebody, so at some party, something came about a Mercedes. So they said, you have a Merc, huh? Which one is it? So he said, C class. Oh, C class. Now C class, you're going to look down to. The S class is really proper. Okay, Baba, S class. Now, when you go there, okay, you're buying the Merc thinking, oh my God, I'm so impressed. No, they're not. The standards have changed. You buy an airplane, your own private one. They want to know, which one is it? Oh, Learjet. I've just been thinking of getting a Boeing, What nonsense. You have to listen to these conversations to realize how silly it is. You're simply promoting yourself from second standard to third standard. This competition has stayed the same. And at every level. And if you go to the top level, you have zero value for it. And now you'll go for something else. So let's say you meet Mukesh Ambani and you have your own Learjet. Do you think he cares? He has lost value. I mean, I don't know the gentleman. I'm just philosophizing about it. He doesn't care whether you have a plane or not. What are you going to compete with him? He doesn't, it doesn't even figure in his scheme of things. So what is all that ostentation for? What are we to get out of it? Instead, if you go the other way, then we say we are very, very simple. Huh? We don't do all this nonsense. It's all creating carbon and this and that. The planes are so bad and this and that. Now we are ostentatious at the other side. Oh, we are very simple people. The ostentation is not going. The plane is going and everything else may go. The ostentation continues the same. Either I'm so great because I have all these things, or I'm so great because I don't have all these things. I don't believe in polluting the environment. Has everybody gone mad? It is removed. Mukesh Ambani needs a plane. He can't run an empire of this size. And then he says, some company somewhere in the world requires him. He says, "Acha, theek hai. मैं अभी plane ticket book कर रहा हूँ." Then he doesn't get a plane ticket for 2 days. And he can't work like that, right? When he has to go somewhere, he has to go somewhere. It's for him, it's just a matter of fact thing. Like how you get out of your car and get off your building, take a cab, take a car and go. You won't say, "Acha, chalo, let me wait for the bus." No, that for him is the same thing. Now somebody has a car, are you impressed? No, everybody has a car. What's the big deal? Mira, ostentation results due to greed also. Ostentation results largely because you are not in touch with yourself. You don't understand yourself. And therefore, you are looking for validation from others. If you know what you are, why do you need other people to validate you? So, ostentation is a sort of ignorance about yourself. And therefore, now you're dependent on the opinions of others. It's a lack of self sufficiency. So, greed as well as ostentation come from this lack of self sufficiency.
Janki ji is the same. This answer is same that we are stuck by the I. We feel so helpless to glorify ourselves. This is the same thing what describing you about this. We are stuck by this self.
Yes. In this case, he's talking about in spiritual practices.
But universally, it is true that now we are all stuck by this word I. We are trying some way, we are trying to, even the mental talk that goes on, it is to glorify ourselves. Chattering going on, some way we are projecting ourselves.
Right.
So
and that is true even when we are looking down on yourself, both ways.
Both way. It's because of ignorance of your true self.
Your attention is on the body, mind, and intellect.
Attention, body, mind, intellect. And the process to minimize this is to, by gaining knowledge of yourself.
By gaining knowledge, but first and foremost is wanting it. See, people are doing spiritual practices like they have a house, they have a car, they have a family, they have whatever, they've got spiritual practices. It's just one of the many things they do. They don't get it that their spiritual practices are meant for self purification, for self development. Like, they feel, oh, I have a full life. Why? Good family, good education, good wealth, good attendance at the temple, whatever they have. It's ticking boxes.
Yeah.
It's not using the spiritual life as a tool to become a better person. So then all this other stuff comes about. What can anyone do? It's my birthday, so I spend 20 lakhs.
Focus on inquiry that who really I am, then also this glorification will reduce, no?
Nothing will reduce it other than you wanting to reduce it.
Yeah, wanting to reduce, that is there. That is as good as saying mumukshutta. It is as good as saying desire for freedom.
Yeah, but you're saying that is there. That is what is missing. Everything else is there. All the tools are there, religions are there, so many religions are there. Such a wide variety. Which tool you want to use? But what is missing is nobody wants to develop themselves. And if at all they want to develop themselves, they are like, wo bhi karna chahiye. They don't get the most fundamental aspect is my life can never be better than what I am. Like a bird cannot outsoar the atmosphere, or the fish cannot outswim the sea. I cannot outswim or outsoar the person I am. So the person I am has to be improved. And the highest improvement of that person is to find out that I am the self. So I have to get that fundamental thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be lost somewhere or the other on the way. Either I get lost in getting wealth, or then I get lost in spiritual practices, or then suddenly it occurs to me that, oh, climate change. I still get lost somewhere on the way. You are looking quite depressed. I don't know what to do. Everybody, Limika, right? What? Lipika. Lipika will say, unnecessarily I came to this class and they're just depressing me over here.
This is the highest thing, no? This is what we require to know ourselves, about ourselves. Probably this is the first thing and the last thing we need to do.
अब बोलने की चीज एक होती है और करने की डिफरेंट होती है. Yes, correct. Okay, so this is clear. This chapter and this verse is clear. Now, what to explain in all this? Everything is so self-evident. This is how we live, so conceited, so believing in my own greatness. Stubborn, refuse to move from that. Overpowered by this, overpowered. And then we do spiritual activity. क्या फायदा होता है? Everybody stays where they are. Then they put up a temple. Then they put their name. Put my name on this temple. Did you give a donation to purify yourself or to glorify yourself? You know, in the when we are trying to build Vedanta University, we decided we won't put anyone's name. People are not willing to give us donations. They are saying, put my name. And we have a logic, why not put your name? Because you are doing us something good, giving us your hard-earned money. And we will do you something bad by glorifying you and making your ego rise and make a horrible existence for you. It sounds wrong. We think, okay, you may not think ego is bad. We think ego is bad. We think ego will ruin you. Now, shall we take your money and give you ego in exchange? Sounds so wrong, no? Sounds very wrong to me. So I don't know, we won't. Then they say, okay, I won't give then. I can't do that. So we compromised. We said, okay, chalo, yaar, we'll put your company's name. Please do. Because otherwise nobody will give. We want 108 crores. Chalo, we'll put your company's name. And which company? If we can accomplish it. And if any of you can help. We can use one company. We'll put their company's name. All over the place we'll put it. You know which one? We're happy to put their company's name on every building.
Vedanta.
Yes. We should reach out to them and promise them your company name will be everywhere. It will be the best thing for us to do. सांप भी मर जाए और लाठी भी न टूटे. But now they won't talk to us, so what to do? So, but be great, no? That company name will put everything. Otherwise, put individual names and spoil them. They will also go back and say, मैंने उस संस्था को दिया है. So great idea. So I don't know what to say about this verse because it's all pretty much self-evident, isn't it? Pride and stubbornness. Tamas and rajas. Stubbornness, tamas. हिल ही नहीं सकते, अंधकार है. And pride, मैं इतना बड़ा हूँ, मैं इतना great हूँ. I mean, this pride is a very odd thing. Sometimes people are very proud of the fact that they are simple, that they are poor, even of the fact that they're ignorant. That I thought was fantastic. Oh, I don't understand all this AI. You're proud of the fact that you don't understand it. It's very complicated how this pride shows up. I don't have anything to do with social media. You're proud of the fact that you don't have anything to do with social media. Like, learn to see it outside until you can see it inside. When you become acutely aware of how other people are using I, without meaning the self, slowly, hopefully, we'll become acutely aware of the fact And I'm using the I and I'm not meaning itself. But if I see it outside, sometimes it helps me see it inside. Otherwise, that also will go on a tangent. Oh, look at all these people, look at all these people. Many people read this, even in the verses he says they. They're always reading it as they. They're never reading it as us, me. I behave like this. Okay, verse 18. Oh, Jai Shri. I don't want self-development because I don't see what it is due to lack of knowledge. Knowledge is knowing and knowledge is doing. I don't want self-development because I don't understand the fundamental idea, which is my life can never be better than me. All I'm doing is I'm playing in shallow waters of some pleasure here and some displeasure there. But if I have to go into the ocean, I have to know how to swim. I can't go to a place higher than me. Okay? Like suppose, I don't know, suppose I'm longing to meet Amitabh Bachchan or somebody. Who is a person people want to meet nowadays? Give me some name. I can't say Donald Trump. Somebody. Give me some name, somebody. Huh? Bharat, I can't hear you.
Akshay Khanna is getting really popular these days.
Akshay Khanna?
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose I want to meet Akshay Khanna. I don't give a zing thing. I want somebody like everybody. Oh, yeah, I want to meet.
Modi.
Only Modi. Chalo, suppose I go to meet Modi. Oh, Elon Musk. Okay. Elon Musk or Modi or whoever. I go to meet. Now, how will I behave in front of these people? And will they become my friends or not is dependent on who I am. If I'm a complete idiot, I'll go in front of Modi and I'll go, huh? 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 And Modi will think, एक पागल लोग है क्यों मेरे सामने लेके आए? But if I go with complete, like, thank you, Prime Minister, I'm very happy to meet you, whatever, that's just a normal conversation that you have. I mean, the person you are will determine, right, what happens there. If you're going to go there and collapse, what are you going to do with it? Even if you did get the meeting. So your life can never be better than the person you are. Say, no, so many people are so wealthy. That doesn't mean they're better than me. So many people are wealthy, but still their life experience will always be dependent on who they are. Just because they have the wealth doesn't mean that they'll be happy. Their life experience, what are they saying about their life? Or what are they experiencing about their life? Okay, so why we don't want self-development? Because we don't understand this fundamental thing that my life cannot be better than what I am. So I have to, on a daily basis, improve what I am, and then naturally my life is an outgrowth of that.
Janki ji, we'll stand a better chance meeting Elon Musk because one of his son's name, they have an Indian name named after Strider Shekhar. After Chandra Shekhar, who was the astrophysicist, the Nobel. Yeah. So if we meet him, probably he's got some Indian connection.
Okay, great. Meera, please make every attempt to meet him. And then when you meet him,
yeah, definitely.
Narendra Singh Negi. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Janki ji, self-esteem, we feel good about ourselves. We take photograph, we take group photograph. So how does it differ from the self-exaggeration or something else, ego?
It's just a matter of quantity. Even it's little more of that and you're in conceit. That itself is conceit, but nobody recognizes it as conceit because everybody is there. Okay, let us say that there's a group of people, they're all earning 10,000 a month. Okay, so
Right.
for you, you will say they're poor people. But they themselves do not consider themselves poor people because the whole group is earning 10,000 a month. So they feel they're doing well. They will say people who are earning 5,000 a month, bichare garib log hain. So when everybody is at a certain level, it is not recognized to be such.
Okay, it's the comparison. The comparison means it's just self-esteem.
No. It is ego only. It is self-conceit only. But it's not recognized as such because that's the average level. Otherwise, what? Every time you have a meal, you have to tell people, I had this meal, take a picture and show I had this meal. Who cares?
Right. But for confidence, do we need this self-esteem? No?
Confidence comes out of the lack of thinking of yourself. The moment you think of yourself, your confidence will go. The more you focus on whatever's to be done rather than yourself, you have confidence. You stand in front of a camera and you start thinking, how am I looking? You lose your confidence. You stand in front of the camera and you're thinking, oh, nice, we got a group photograph. Your confidence comes right back.
But we do encourage our children. We tell them, good, nice, do it again. So we try to develop a self-confidence in them by patting them.
Yeah, so now whether it will work or not depends on the intellect of the person using this tool.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll end up having very highly entitled children. Some stupid thing they draw, they think your parents are saying, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Then the child goes out in the world and people are not saying wonderful, that poor child that goes into depression. Because you have not complimented them where you should be or ticked them off where you should be. So it depends on the intellect of the person doing it.
Thank you.
Okay. Verse 18. अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामक्रोधं च संश्रिताः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽभ्यसूयकाः अहंकारं बलं दर्पं कामं क्रोधं च संश्रिताः मामात्मपरदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तोऽन्यसूयकाः अहंकारं बलं दर्पं. Omkar, why have you kept this? Oh, is a Deep Raj. Okay. No, why have you kept poor Narendra Singh Negi on the... Okay. So, ahamkar, balam, darpam, ahamkar. अहम अहम कहने वाला अहम करोति द ego balam power. There's a big difference between strength and power. Ram has strength, Krishna has strength, Hitler has power. What is power? when you use a particular strength which you have for your personal glorification. And what is strength? What Hanuman has. All his power is for Ram's glorification. So when he says power, he's not saying, okay, don't sit in the chair, don't be powerful. What he means is all strength, whatever ability you have, is used for the glorification of the Lord, is used for something nobler, greater, better. Haughtiness, lust and wrath, kamam, krodham, samshritaha, refusion, ashrita. You've taken ashrita in egoism, power, haughtiness, lust and wrath. You should be taking ashrit in, you should be an ashrit of
Vedantic knowledge.
Vedantic knowledge of the Lord, of the higher, whichever way you want to put it. But no, ahamkaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham. You're taking refuge in this, you're thinking this is going to help you. So he says, what is the consequence? Mamatma parateheshu. Mama. अपना देह और दूसरों के देह में प्रद्विषंतो प्रद्विषंता. You are detesting the self, because between ahamkaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham and the self, you chose this. So you are detesting me in others' bodies and in your own. Every human being gets a choice. Think of the self or think of the personality. Now, what you think about is what you love. If you're not thinking of the self, you're detesting it. Very sad. You're hating the Lord while you're doing spiritual sadhana. That is the wonderful thing of it all. Okay, so on that rather depressing note, we will conclude today's class. Does anybody have anything to say?
About retreat and movie.
Okay. Go ahead, say it.
So today is the day we are screening the movie. Yes. In Mumbai, Jamnabai School Hall. 4:30 onwards. 4:30 p.m. we'll start, and maybe by 7:30 we'll wrap. So all are invited. Join us. I think retreat you would like to invite would be wonderful.
Okay, so you know that we are in Deep Raj also, so movie screening. But in Jai Shri Singh, retreat and movie. Okay, so you all know, right, that we have step by step moving forward and getting the campus ready. And so, fingers crossed that by 28th, our campus will be ready, not ready, will be ready for stay. So we'll do a retreat. Only 12 people can come for that retreat. So if you want to come for this historic retreat, the first one, and you're adventurous enough for it, because since it's the first one, we don't know what teething problems will come. So if you're adventurous and you wish to participate in the first retreat, please come to the campus on 28th. It's only for our internal group, really. We have a full day program on Saturday, a full day program on Sunday, and of course we'll stay there. And if you can't come overnight, come for either Saturday or Sunday, whatever you like. घर की बात है, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. So if you can stay overnight and you're adventurous enough, please do. And I don't think we have any further photographs to show you now. But we'll go on Wednesday. We will see what things are like. We are pushing all the contractors to finish. As you know, it's in a village, so it's not easy to get everybody to work, but we are at it. Hopefully by 28th we'll be ready and we'll have our first retreat. So that's it for today. Hari Om.
Hari Om,
Hari Om.
Nanki.
Thank you, Jayanti ji.